one of the biggest challenges when I was married that I would say myself and my wife faced was keeping your sense of self, keeping your identity. I was working like almost 70, 80 plus hours a week. Came home, it was family, it was dad, and it got to a point where I didn't feel like there was any Dre left. And on the opposite end, she had the child all the time, and she was to the point where she didn't feel like it was any of her love. What have you done to kind of keep your sense of self, your self-worth and self-value? Because marriage can be very demanding.
And it's funny you bring that up because we've been married, been together 8 years now, and I'm just beginning to like recognize that I need some me time. Like, okay, I need to step away. I need something to take me away from everything. And so I just started blogging. It's only been a week, but I mean, the 2 days that I did post, it was like a sense of relief. It was like, oh, okay, I can go on now. I can, go back to what I was doing. But like, you need to take care of yourself. You need to step away. Even, Josh, she doesn't really, doesn't hang out a lot. But I'm like, if somebody asks him, I'm like, okay, you can go. I mean, we both need, I'm always like, okay, I need to go. Like, hey, my friends, they want to hang out. They want to do something this weekend. We plan months ahead. I'm letting him know, okay, I'm going, because we need to take care of ourselves in order to be a better person for our children and for each other. So,
I think my situation is a bit more calm. I don't know. Well, okay, I could just speak for myself. When we got married, our honeymoon, we actually conceived our first kid. So since we've been married, we kind of had children in the picture. So,
twice.
So that brings a different dynamics in terms of knowing who you are, because I went from the single Tia to the married Tia with children, and so that was a tough transition, and to be honest, I'm still trying to figure it out. Like, it's a daily thing. I don't have it. I tell my sisters and friends all the time, like, man, I need a hobby. You know what I mean? I don't. What do I like doing? I mean, I don't. I'm still.
All we know is wife and mom and
work.
And work. So.
I do, still have friends and all that, but again, I'm not in my hometown where my friends are. I've since moved away, and so that's not really there. So you just have to. I don't even know. Like, I'm still.
Well, it's different. We're the opposite, cause I haven't missed a beat. Yeah, I haven't missed a beat. Like, I was born for this fatherhood stuff. So the transition to me being a father was like this. I was on it, and the transition for me still having my own sense of identity. I still keep up with my social life in terms of my friends, my line brothers, everybody, my family, and so with me, I have to understand that it's not the same dynamics on both sides of the fence. So I have to push to you like, okay, I think you need a break, or I'm gonna put you up in this hotel for a few days. And don't worry about it. I got all the kids. You just get missing.
Some of that, bro.
and because as a husband, it's my job to be in tune with what's going on with her mentally, physically, emotionally. So I can sense that something is off, and she needs a breather. She needs a refresher, and it's fine. I can keep the kids, and it doesn't make a difference to me. Like, it really is a natural fit in terms of me and raising my children, and so. It works in terms of that case, but at the same point, I need to do a better job to catch it so it doesn't even get to that point where she is crashing. I need to be able to take better care and make sure that she is in a mental space. Either that means I need to do more with the mental housekeeping and things that we do as a family unit to help it easier for her. Because, with me, it's like, it's really, I haven't really changed all that much in terms of, I feel like I'm still me and I'm still Derrick, and I'm still a father, and I'm still a husband, and it all works together. And I don't have to try that hard to make it fit and balance out everything just yet. And maybe that's why she's the one. Maybe I need to change that there. Maybe she's the one that's doing everything, and I'm the one that's still like everything's hunky dory. But so I can't really talk on that. I still feel like I have a good sense of who I am and what I'm doing, but I need to do a better job in making sure that she's on the same level.
It might be that whole gender thing, like that male-female thing. I think as a woman, as a nurturer, the maternal instinct, it's just different. I mean, even if when I do go to the hotel and I spend a night, I'm still thinking, oh man, I gotta breastfeed Jackson, or I need this, oh man, they need to get their shots. And so my mind is still working. I'm still like doing things, and I'm not really giving myself a break. So I think I really need to take that time and really make myself take it. I mean, mentally, because it's one thing to go away physically, yeah, we shooting a breeze, but to really give yourself a mental break and just decompress and be more vocal, communicate. I'm the type that won't say anything. I will just like, all right, I'm gonna take a not necessarily an L for the team, but I'm gonna take this one. We just gonna make it work, because that's how we just gonna do it. What need to be done? All right, let's do it. I'm gonna do it. Go do what you need to do. I'm gonna do this. Blah blah blah. Let's move, because that's just who I am. But to really say, okay, babe, I can't do it today. Like, I'm done. Not today. Tomorrow maybe, but not today. And so really being able to communicate those things, because I don't want him to have to guess, oh, she's at that point. You know what I mean? He should never have to guess. That's the point. I should be talking to him daily. Okay, babe, today was not a good day. You know what I mean? The kids were doing this and da 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 da. Whatever the case may be, it should be open communication, and take that time and try new things, because as you mature in your relationship and by yourself, your likes and dislikes change. So I used to like shopping, like excessive shopping, all the time, and so like all the time. So now I'm older, I'm more mature. I have different. I want to invest, retirement, things like that, businesses. I mean, my mind is just completely different. So, who is this new Tia? I'm a wife now. Yeah, I'm a wife. I'm a mother. I'm a sister, whatever. But I'm still Tia. But what does that really look like? And how do I continue to, find things to make sure that I'm still that person?
You brought up a good point, especially talking about the communication and being vocal. I think I'm beginning to be more vocal in our marriage now about, just different things about, he may want to do this, or just talking about anytime that I feel as if I'm stressed out or I need a break. I'm like, okay, here, you need to take the kids or take them outside. Y'all go with your daddy. Bye. See you later. I don't want to see you right now. I need a break. So being vocal, I think, is very, very important in a relationship. You have to voice what you feel, because if you don't, men, they don't catch on.
They don't miss a beat.
Yeah, they don't know. If you don't say it, they don't know it.
You're not mind readers.
Yeah, that's the word. They're not mind readers. So if you don't tell them that you're feeling a certain way, or you need a break, or they need to do this, they're not going to do it if you're not giving that energy. Because as mothers, we just, like you said, we go with the flow. So we don't really give off that energy, or let them know, that way that we need a break. If you don't tell them, they don't know it. So.
But be cognizant, man. Like, don't take advantage of that. Even if we don't say it, which some of us don't, and I don't. She just said she don't. Just be mindful of that. We are humans, and it's a lot. It's a lot. So the things you can do it, and don't wait to be asked, right? Because if I see this trash can full of trash, we walking by this same trash can. Don't wait until I say, hey, can you take the trash out, or babe, can you change his diaper? You smell him. Why do I have to tell you? You don't. Yeah. So be cognizant and just try. I know you can't read minds, but just try. That's all. Just try.
just jump in. They went about 3 times. I'm trying to get in here.
Sorry.
Just to jump in, man. This is gonna sound crazy, right? It probably is a little crazy. I'm trying to pose it.
Go ahead, man.
In order to, you said in order to not lose yourself, you have to lose yourself. When I say that, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. Stay with me. Stay with me. This is what I mean. A lot of times, especially, first of all, our situation was a little different because we had kids. See, I'm on the hot seat now. We had kids so young that it did become easy to lose ourselves. But my situation, what I'm getting at is this: people lose themselves in marriage and parents, excuse me. And I lost myself from the standpoint of my father died when I was 1. So my identity, I was okay with my identity being a father. But I had to lose that and understand that it's great that I'm a father, but my first obligation is to her. So I had to lose that mindset. What I'm saying is a lot of people, I think they come from the aspect of not necessarily marriage, but they lose themselves in raising kids because they're the predominant caretaker. That was me. Like, she was the predominant caretaker, but I was all about my children. But then it came to the point and I realized, hold on. I married her first. It's about her. So now, I'm not saying I'm the greatest person at it, but okay, we have 3 children. So she takes care of the youngest majority of the time because he's only a couple months old. But it might be a standpoint where I grab my 2 oldest children. I say, come on, let's go. And I may go to my mother's house. I may take them to McDonald's, and we'll get 3 or 4 hours just so she can have that time with a more quiet time without the older kids running around and asking her mommy questions 50,000 times a day. So when I say you have to lose yourself twice, what I mean is basically be aware of all aspects of your relationship. You're a husband, you're a father, you're a lover. Be cognitive of every aspect of it, and at some point you need to lose yourself in fatherhood because that means you need to help her. But also you have to lose yourself in being a husband. You have to love her. Help and loving her are 2 different things, and you have to understand that it takes 2 different types of actions to fulfill both of those needs.
Wow. Great.
I ain't know where you was going with that one.
Hey. I was a little nervous at first.
Copyright that one.
But definitely great stuff. I want to wrap up on one last question. This was one that divided my household early on.
Put you on the chair, brother.
This listen to me. Think before you respond immediately. Game of Thrones is on. Winter is here. And then she wants to watch Real Housewives of LA. Who gets the big TV?
So it's 2 TVs?
Like one's like this big.
So there's 2 TVs.
One
Man,
small.
you just gotta take that TV and be out of there. I thought about to say there's only 1 TV and that's it.
Well, no,
That's a real choice.
Derrick, because
I
we
don't
don't
watch
have.
TV.
I don't either. That's not our thing.
I'm the king of my cast, so I get the remote now I'm playing.
We're not.
The kids get TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. The SpongeBob wins. Yeah, that's a win.
Yeah.
I just wanted to end out on something lighthearted.
Yeah.
Thank you all for.
Nah, that sounded like you was real, bro.
Before we go, Derrick, but one more.
Go ahead.
So, once again, and it's piggybacking off our last video. This is the last question to you all. Black marriage rates are at an all-time low. So my question to you 3 is this: is marriage still worth it? Number 1, and for those who feel that it's almost an outdated concept, mainly, what are the main benefits to being married?
I'm hop in this one.
You gonna hop in?
Yeah, I'm hop in.
Go ahead, I'm standing up. We got chill. And we're gonna wrap it up like that. So you started off. Is marriage worth it? Is it worth getting married?
Say, brother.
And if it is worth it, what are the benefits to it?
Marriage is definitely worth it. The benefits is just having somebody you can call your best friend, someone you can love, have a family with, spend time with.
You're gonna be married forever, though.
finances. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
People
happened?
shacking up, still got with their best
This
friend.
is
No, it depends on.
Okay, you got
Oh, it's a
that.
good question.
Yeah.
I mean,
It depends on what you are looking for. Was it worth it? I mean, that's just like when you go get anything from, let's say, a merchandise from the store. Do you want it to be fashionable? Do you want it to be durable? Like, what is it that you're looking for? Well, that lets you know if it's worth it for you. That's
If you're
different for
shacking up
everybody.
for like,
yeah.
I mean, it depends on the time because I believe if you're going to be in a relationship, at least after a year and a half, we should be talking about, after a year, we should be talking about marriage if this is serious. I mean, if you're shacking up for what? I mean, but
I agree
I
with you. I agree with you. But what I'm saying is, if what if you got a couple, they've been together for 20 years, both of them faithful, both of them committed, both of them monogamous.
They common law
They
married.
got a family. Forget common law. They're not.
In the States.
They don't feel the need to get married. You might call it common law, but they want to get married. They would have gotten married. So, what is the question was, is it worth it? Like, do you need it?
I feel like this, and I feel like I have a little bit different perspective being someone who was in a relationship, who was married, and then divorced. Marriage, a lot of people say marriages are necessary, and in a sense, they're right, but I feel they also are wrong. I feel like marriage, from the perspective of a man to a woman, is the ultimate commitment that you can make to it. And honestly, in terms of the legal ramifications of divorce and everything that could transpire from it, honestly, you're being your most vulnerable by making that commitment to her. And I feel that, honestly and truly, a lot of people may say that marriage isn't worth it today, but I wholeheartedly disagree. One thing I can truly say is, if you found that person, and I'm sure all y'all would agree, if you find that person that you really want to spend the rest of your life with, like, you wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Like, everything else be damned. Like, that's what you want.
see, but I think with this shacking thing, I think that the
Okay, so we
person
talking
is just
about
going along.
this is the
I
thing.
think are we talking about religion?
Well, this is the thing.
They aren't religious. They aren't Christian religious. Like,
Yeah,
I don't want to shake up because I want to be living in sin. If that's not a concern, then what's really the point of getting married?
This is the difference
in the
between
Christian aspect.
as a past shacker. This is the difference, bro.
Let me break it down, Derrick.
When I'm shacking up with you, I'm cheating. I'm getting I'm getting all the benefits without the
I see what you're
commitment.
saying.
I'm cheating the system.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought you saw.
You do, yeah.
No.
If I can step in, I'm gonna go to something that, and you may disagree because I guess I hear what you're saying. I see you playing devil's advocate, but I'm gonna go with something your sister told me. And this before me and Terry got married, I was staying with Shell, and she said, "Marriage is you love her, that's cool, but marriage is also a business relationship."
What?
That's
It's
what she
the
said.
ultimate investment.
Oh, well,
The
see,
ultimate
that's what
investment.
she scared me.
I agree.
Go for it.
I
But-
agree. It's the ultimate
So,
investment.
to me, if it's real, gotta put that thing on paper, man.
Yeah.
So we got a saying at my job: "It's not documented, it's not real." So if you love her, go ahead and put it on paper.
I don't know if I agree with that, man.
Okay.
Because if you're just shacking, I think somebody is just going along with the other person. Somebody wants to be married. They want that commitment, usually. I mean, who's going to be with somebody for 10 plus years and we don't have this written
I
down?
can call that couple right now.
Yeah, I can too. I can too.
And this is the biggest thing, like she was just saying. And like I said earlier, like you're cheating the system. Like you really are getting all the benefits of marriage without the commitment. And that's the difference.
But you don't need marriage for a commitment.
This is the difference between marriage. With marriage, I'm legally bound to you.
Yeah.
And to sever those legal bonds, there's some sticky stuff that has to even go in place. And basically, you're making a commitment before yourself, God, and in the case of today's day and age, the state itself, by saying, I take this woman as my partner. I can shack up with you and I can leave you tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah, but if you really about it and you don't leave him, so what? No harm, no foul. So I understand what you're saying, but if the dude
It's
never
spiritual.
leaves,
It's spiritual.
well, if it's spiritual, it's a whole different story.
It's
Of course, spiritually it's different.
I mean, hey, if you got a good thing now, I
If we
ain't
shack
trying to break nobody have your own, but
I guess it's more of a
But-
spiritual. When you talk about spiritual, it's you, it's the white, and
Yeah.
it's a God.
But for those who aren't
But
spiritual,
I'm just saying, for
yeah.
a secular point of view, if we're having a spiritual conversation, we need scripture, and we can tell you what marriage is about. But in the secular conversation, I basically believe it's a personal choice. For some people who aren't religious, who that's not their thing, it's cool. It works for them. And for others, like myself, this ring means something to me. So it depends on your personal opinion.
It's an investment though. So even if you are secular, if you're with a guy for 20 years, you must don't see it as a good investment to actually
You would have left if you
commit.
really didn't.
not only
That's
If you
not
stayed
true.
for 20 years,
That's
And-
not true. Because if I'm not marrying you, that means there's no incentive.
who said she even wants to get married?
Mm-mm.
We're talking about 2017 out here.
well,
No.
on top of that,
Women want to get married.
The-
They gotta
the-
get
I mean,
not
men do
everybody.
too, but my point, it ain't for everybody.
It's not.
well, and on top of that, the one thing that kind of piggyback off you, the business aspect of marriage, certain benefits, and especially it varies from state to state, but if you just shacking up and you die,
You get the
she's
benefit.
high and dry. As a married spouse,
That's the truth.
she's entitled to certain benefits.
brother.
Huh?
Just put in the wheel, brother.
I mean, a lot of people don't have a will.
Yeah, but you.
I mean, I'm just being honest. Like, think about it. There's a lot of people. I hate to get morbid, but I mean, we all between the age of I'd say 25 and 35, give or take. And you know, God forbid, like if something was to happen to somebody at that time, like real talk, I'm high on life. I don't think I'm dying tomorrow. Like if something was to happen and I was married,
That's some life insurance, brother.
I got life insurance.
So you think you're gonna die, then that's a good idea. Because if you live forever, you're not having life insurance. That's for
Nah,
sure.
you know, just in case things get rough, man, you know, disappear, come back to somebody else, you know what I mean?
Oh, my Lord.
But nah, though, you know, those benefits as far as building generational wealth in certain things, like if you don't have everything in place and you meet an untimely demise, like you basically screw that other person over.
Time.
So, all right, man. To wrap it up, Joe, I think we went down a rabbit hole somewhere along the line.
Yeah, it gets
I'd like to
deep.
thank our guests today. We have Miss Ellis James. We have Dr. and Dr.s Scott. I play Miss T and Derrick Scott. And once again, I'm Jake.
I'm Drake. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and follow us at the social media sites down below.
Peace.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me.